Sports Snippets! Dennis Sullivan, how in the world are you doing? Hope you're having a great day. Here to discuss Week 1 NFL. I'm going to start providing you with a midweek recap of the previous NFL week, and I start that with the recap of Week 1 NFL season 2021. If you do like the content of this video, you know what to do. Go ahead, hit that thumbs up. That would be awesome, guys. And go ahead and subscribe because I plan on doing this each and every week if you like the content. I also do a recap of all Dolphin games, so stay tuned for that if that is of interest to you or if you follow the Dolphins. You can check out the video I just put together on Sunday night as well with the Dolphins' 1-point victory over the New England Patriots. So let's get right into it, guys. Gonna move a little fast through some of this. I just have some basic thoughts, some things to share, a little bit of stats, but I don't want to go too crazy with the stats. It was a very interesting Week 1. If I were to come up with two themes or two things that jumped out at me, the Monday night game actually was amazingly awesome for me to just watch. I really watched the second half. I didn't get a chance to see much of the first half, but it was great to watch with the Raiders now in Las Vegas. Of course, this is their second season in Las Vegas. Now allowed to have fans at the game and having fans at the game. That was awesome. And it was, it's a new facility. It just looked very festive and it was just great to see. And it was great to see. I really didn't even care who won that game on Monday night between the Ravens or the Raiders, but it was a great game to watch, actually, as the Raiders would pull it out 33-27. So that was great, guys. And that kind of, in a way, inspired me just to, let's do a Week 1 recap. So here we go. The other thing, and I said two things jumped out, was the two teams from Pennsylvania, the Steelers and the Eagles, both stepped up huge on the road. Let's start with the Eagles and Jalen Hurts. 264 yards, 27 out of 35, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. He plays really well, and the Eagles are all over the Falcons on the road, 32-6. That stood out. And the Pittsburgh Steelers, guys, going on the road in Buffalo against a team that was only a win away from the Super Bowl last year, and they take care of business, 23-16. Yeah, Ben might be 39, but you know what? He looked pretty good. Didn't put up the huge numbers, but he looked efficient. I watched a little bit of that game. I also think Najee Harris is going to be a very good running back in the league. Give him a little time. He's going to find his way in terms of running the ball effectively for the Pittsburgh Steelers. He's only a rookie. I mean, give him 5 or 6 games. You're going to see that. I think he's going to be a good running back. Moving right along, guys, and then, of course, the season itself got off to a start on Thursday Night Football with the Dallas Cowboys almost defeating the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The Bucs would win that by 2 points, 31-29. The Stars stepped up big. Tom Brady played awesome. Dak Prescott looked really good. Rob Gronkowski picks up right where he left off in the Super Bowl with another huge performance, almost 100 yards receiving and 2 touchdowns. Moving right along, guys, Minnesota, I thought the Minnesota-Bengal matchup was very good, and it wound up being a very good matchup with the Bengals pulling out a 3-point victory in overtime. Some pretty good quarterback play in this. Joe Burrow goes 20 out of 27, 261 yards, nothing too spectacular, but he was efficient with 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. Kirk Cousins put up some big numbers, 36 for 49, 351 yards. It's a lot, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. Some of the quarterbacks threw for 50-ish passes on Sunday, by the way. Not all of them, but some of them. San Francisco 49ers win a shootout in Detroit against the Lions, and Jared Goff making his Lions debut. So that's 41-33. Jimmy Garoppolo returns, throws for a touchdown over 300 yards, 314. Goff looks pretty good with 330. Both quarterbacks over 300 yards, 338 for Goff. 3 touchdowns and an interception. Goff has the Lions, and the Lions have Goff. There you go. He's a good though. Like, Jared Goff's good. It's just that who would you rather be, him or Matt Stafford right now? I think I'd take Stafford. I'd rather be on the Rams. But you guys tell me, what do you think? Put it in the comments. There you go. All right, moving right along. The Cardinals, a little bit surprising that they defeated the Tennessee Titans by as many points as they did. They would win this one going away 38-13 in Tennessee. I didn't see that coming. I would have thought Cardinals win this game maybe by a field goal if they were to win it. Kyler Murray was a big reason why. Throws for 289 yards and 4 touchdowns. I mean, that's a big performance right there. Seattle Seahawks look good on the road. They beat the Indianapolis Colts by 12, 28-16. You know, Russell Wilson, he is so efficient consistently. I mean, this guy does not have to, and the interesting thing about him, he doesn't have to throw a lot of passes. You ever notice that? He doesn't have to throw a lot of passes to cause a lot of headaches for his opponent. So he just rolls on. I mean, he's obviously one of the top quarterbacks. He's tremendous. Colts, they're still somewhat kind of rebuilding. I mean, they'll bounce back. When, I'm not sure, but they will. Chargers win a close one on the road in Washington against Washington football team, 20-16. Sorry to see Ryan Fitzpatrick go down with an injury. Last I heard, he's missing about something like 7-8 weeks, but that was an early report, so I'll have to keep tabs on that. Sorry to hear about that, though, for the Washington football team. Okay, so the New York Jets part ways with Sam Darnold, who was, as we all remember, just a few short years ago, was definitely their franchise guy. Like, in terms of, this is our future, is Sam Darnold. Well, the Jets, as we all know, have parted ways with Sam Darnold, who basically would, in his very first game away from the Jets, on his new team, Carolina Panthers, happens to play the Jets and defeat the Jets, 19-14, and he played decent in the process. Okay, he throws for 260, 270, somewhere in there. I don't have his exact yard total, but I know he was over 260, and he played pretty well. Watched a little bit of that game. It was a pretty relatively close game. You got to watch Carolina, because if McCaffrey is healthy, if Christian McCaffrey stays healthy, that really, really changes everything for the Carolina Panthers. So you got to keep, and Zach Wilson for the Jets, hey, you got to give credit where credit's due. It's his first game, 20 out of 37, first game as a rookie, 258 yards, 2 touchdowns and interception. Not bad, guys. Trevor Lawrence would start his career in the NFL, the number 1 pick in the NFL draft, with a loss, but hey, he throws for 300 yards, 3 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. But they did score 21 points. Trevor Lawrence is a big talent. He's going to be really good in this league. Who knows? I mean, everyone's all of a sudden, it's funny. 2 things I heard which were kind of funny as week 1 was being played and games were ending. It's, well, the Jaguars really, they got a lot to clean up. They got a lot to do. Yeah, but before the week 1 game and the week 1 loss against Houston Texans, I'm hearing, the Jaguars might surprise people. And the other funny thing I hear is, you notice how the Matt Stafford bandwagon has clearly just like, people have piled on that bandwagon of, let me give you an example of the Matt Stafford bandwagon. Well, I always knew he had it. He's really talented. He's one of the top, one of the top quarterbacks, all things being equal. I mean, yeah, okay. We weren't hearing that though for years, guys, when he was struggling with the Lions, trying to win football games. Absolutely. Matt Stafford coming out of Georgia, we knew he was a big talent. He really needed a change of scenery, and he got that with the Rams, who pull out the Sunday night victory, going away 34-14 against the Chicago Bears. A few other games to discuss. The Broncos defeat the Giants 27-13. Big 2-touchdown victory for the Broncos on the road. Don't have really too much to say on this one. Want to see how Denver responds. I mean, they win by 2 touchdowns on the road. Let's see how Denver plays week 2. Keep our eyes on them. Giants are in kind of rebuild mode in a sense. Both teams really are. Expected a little more from the Giants. I thought that game would be a little bit closer, to be honest with you. The surprise, arguably, of the week, the Saints absolutely dismantle the Green Bay Packers 38-3. Was this the Green Bay Packer team that had home field advantage in the NFC Championship just not even a year ago? Well, last season, right? In January, playing home to the Bucs, only to lose that game, not to go to the Super Bowl. And then they start off the next season getting destroyed against the Saints on a neutral field, all in Jacksonville, right? In Jacksonville, neutral site. All I have to say is this, guys. That was not the real Packer team. I mean, we got to see how they respond. That's a big question mark. Whoever thinks they know. I mean, I would guess that the Packers just come back and turn into their old selves. It might take a few weeks. Maybe week 2 they come back really strong. But whoever's out there predicting a completely different Packer performance, I mean, you're really just guessing. You're really just guessing. The Aaron Rodgers, shall we say, disgruntlement with the Packer organization, which really doesn't seem to be any secret, probably isn't helping matters. So we don't know, is there locker room issues, like what's going on? We don't, because this is behind the scenes stuff. We really don't know. But one thing I do know is that the Packers started their season with a 35-point loss against the Saints. Before I close out this video, guys, one other thing you want to keep your eye on. Jameis, Winston, and the Saints. That could be an amazing combo. That could work really well because, as we know, Jameis Winston is very talented. He's a playmaker, but he also likes to take some chances. He's got that Ryan Fitzpatrick kind of style. I'll go ahead and wing it, man. I'm just gonna chuck it. But he'll take some chances. But he is like Fitzpatrick. Jameis Winston is definitely a playmaker. I mean, he can make some things happen. We all remember him too at Florida State. He was tremendous in college. This will be interesting. And the Saints have some talent, as we all know. And Kamara is a heck of a running back. And then, as mentioned at the beginning of this video, Derek Carr, big performance, Monday Night Football, 34 of 56, 435 yards, 2 touchdowns, and an interception. Is it just me, guys? Or does it seem like Derek Carr, who's 30 years old, does it seem like he's been 30 years old for like 8 years? Or is that just me? Now, I know there's Derek Carr, who actually is his brother, who's like 12 years older than Derek. So there's David Carr and Derek Carr. You recall David Carr played for Houston Texans primarily. That was his main team there, and he was good. David Carr was pretty good too. Derek Carr is also very talented, but again, it seems like he's been 30 years old forever. I don't know. Maybe that has something to do with it. I don't know. Let me know what you think. So it was a fun Week 1 NFL. I had fun putting this video together for you guys, sharing some thoughts. Let me know what you think. Go ahead, leave me a comment. We will talk again soon. Bye for now.